What's going on, everybody? I'm back again with another video, and today I'm back again in the Bronx, specifically in a neighborhood called Soundview. I've never been here, but I passed by the subway line, but I'm gonna go underground to see what's going on in this neighborhood, to see what can I find, and see what's happening around here. The Bronx has tons of hidden gems that I think it should be worth exploring, so without further ado, join me. So I got off Westchester Avenue, and one of my first impressions about the neighborhood is pretty residential. The basic activity is gonna be once you walk through Westchester Avenue, but over here you can see a lot of beautiful houses, family houses. I'll show you ahead of me. Lots of 2-story, 3-story buildings going on, and it's pretty diverse, a neighborhood in terms of nationalities of people. This is only one block, and Soundview is pretty big. So I'm probably gonna do a block ahead and do a detour towards my right to see what's going on. And this neighborhood is one of the southern point of the Bronx, and it borders with other sections like Castle Hill, Unionport, and Portchester. So you can do a lot of connections, and it's served by the 6 train line, which it passes above ground. So like I said, it's my first time here, but so far I'm liking what I'm seeing. Even ahead of me, it looks pretty nice. So I'm probably gonna walk ahead, and then I'm gonna turn back to see where can I find something interesting to film. And this is 172nd Street, which is pretty wide, and I think it connects with other parts also of the neighborhood. And you can see once I go to the other side, it's pretty residential too. This neighborhood, a couple of highways passes by, like 278, the Bronx River Parkway too. So we're gonna walk around. Also, I think they have a lot of housing authorities happening in Soundview. So we're gonna check it out. It's pretty local over here and pretty residential. So I like how wide and impeccable the street is. But I think the building to my right is like a new development. And there's a high school right here to my left. And more apartment complexes. Wow, it's just like a family-oriented community, I feel bad because the Bronx, they always be given like a bad reputation, but to be honest, of all the districts and neighborhoods in New York City, I think this is the only borough where I feel like that real New York and that real community vibe, like people look out for each other. So I'm gonna do one block and merge right to the Stratford Avenue to see what's going on. So this is Stratford Avenue, and you can see it's just mostly high residential units, like you see in any other neighborhood in the Bronx. And some of them have some pretty interesting architecture. Like over here, you see some nice looking houses, and then over here, apartment complex. I like the architecture, pretty nice. And then this neighborhood has a lot of vegetation, a lot of trees. So that's something that's really good in the neighborhood because it helps out with the weather. But we're in September, which is actually probably the best month in terms of weather because it's pretty comfortable. But yeah, it's just really nice. I love it here. And I really love exploring the Bronx because it has so much to offer, and it really feels like I said, community vibe. Like there's a lot of hidden gems here that I haven't even discovered myself. So I try to do my best to explore around all these neighborhoods to see what's going on. And just like a regular standard apartment, see if I can give you a 360 view. But then it's really cool over here, the trees and everything. But now we're gonna make it towards Westchester Avenue, which is like the main avenue in this neighborhood where the 6 train line passes above. And then underneath the avenue is a lot of stores, so it's probably gonna be busy there, so we're gonna check it out to see what's going on. And here it's starting to get busy. It's starting to give me that vibe like if I'm walking in Roosevelt Avenue by Jackson Heights. So let's see what's going on around here. This is Westchester Avenue over here. Pretty busy. There are some areas that's hard for me to film because it got music playing. You probably can still hear it, but it's mostly a Latino community over here, but a lot of places in the Bronx, and I like it, it's pretty cool. And then it keeps going, and over this bridge, the 6 train passes by. Then it got like fruit vendors over here. Fruit vendors, street sellers all over the place. Ecuadorian food ahead of me. And they got more. Then across the street, there's a lot of stores. Regular stores that you're gonna get all over any type of neighborhood in New York City, even in North New Jersey. So, it's really cool. Notice a lot of street vendors. Like I said, this is my first time here, so I don't know if it's always been here or it's new. It probably is then. Got a couple of stores here that are really cool. Jewelry store, phone stores. So they got it all over here. I tell you, it keeps going. And the funny thing, this is literally like half of it.
I thought you were actually gonna do it.
Wow, a lot of outdoor vendors out here, that's for sure. And then here's Elder Avenue subway stop, which is a stop that I got off at. But I've only explored like a little portion of the neighborhood. Take the subway line over here. Sorry. I heard somebody saying Spanish as he recording. That's funny. And they got like a deli discount store over here. So yeah. Really cool, you know, pretty local out here. Probably gonna merge to the left and walk all the way towards the end to see some of the local neighborhoods and see what's going on. Well, I see some mansion ahead of me. Maybe I'll take a look at it over there. So right now I'm on Evergreen Avenue, which is pretty nice. And they got, you know, of course, the apartment complex, and it's literally filled out with trees. I'll show you ahead of me. So you can see how nice the street looks like. And like I said, everywhere I walk, it's like a lot of people that got their music playing on. So, you know, I want to avoid the copyright, so I'll try to figure where can I press play and where not. But yeah, you can see it keeps going. Like I said, it's mostly Latino over here in this neighborhood. Then ahead of me, it's Watson Avenue. So I think I'm gonna make a left. Okay, there's like a local park that I check on the map. It's called Parque de los Niños. Maybe it won't be crazy, but you know I love checking out a lot of local parks. But then at the end, they got another park that's called Soundview Park. So I'm probably gonna walk over that way in a bit. But over here, I can see this is kind of like some new apartment complex or development. It's pretty cool. Now let's make it over here to the left to see what's going on. But I think my impressions about the neighborhood, a lot of vegetation between the trees and super residential, mostly like family houses over here. Like I said, this is only a little portion, because then we pass by the Bronx River Parkway, and then on the other side it keeps going Soundview, which then borders with Castle Hill and Unionport. And most of the buildings, they look alike, mostly the brick brownish buildings, but you got it all over New York City. So here we got a couple of local business, and then across the street they got a barber shop. Like you'll see it all over. So I think I mentioned this before, if you guys do content about barbershops in maybe New York City, especially Bronx, Uptown, Harlem, all that, it's heaven for you, because they got tons and tons of barbershops in every corner that sometimes you don't know which one to pick. And it just keeps going. Looking at this, it kind of reminds me of some sections in Mott Haven. Mott Haven is not even far from here, but then the stories of the buildings, you know, the South Bronx. This is not too far, so it might make sense why it looks alike. Did a little detour over here to show you the regular streets, but damn, noise all over no matter what type of street I go. Seems like they're renovating something in this building underneath here. But now I want to show you like the houses here. They're like similar to duplex, but they're like 2 in 1, and I guess they got like a lot of rooms in the inside or a couple of apartments. This is what you get, houses like this. So you can see it's divided 1, 2, and then I guess there's a couple of units in the inside. I could be wrong. Then you got this one, the traditional brick buildings that you got them all over the Bronx. Then over here ahead of me is where it's gonna get pretty interesting, because I see kind of like some intersection going on. And you know, I have a theme for crossing a street and passing underneath a highway. But then I think Parque de los Niños, or roughly translated to the Park of the Kids, should be over here to my left once I cross the street. So let's check it out to see what's going on. So nothing crazy, just a park with a playground in it. Then it got like public restroom, but it seems like it's closed. I can see the SIS train ahead of me. And then this is like a baseball field. You know, a lot of people, they play sports here. Then you got a football or soccer field ahead of me. So yeah, it's nothing fancy, nothing crazy. So nothing crazy, I just want to show you the Bronx River Parkway that I'm passing on top of it. You can see ahead of me. So it's right here. I see a couple of apartment complexes. Because on the other side of the neighborhood continues, it's still Soundview. So I've only explored like a little, probably like 1/3 or 1/4 of the area. And then this is the highway right here. The bridge. So you got an idea, but now we're gonna turn back and explore the other side, head towards Soundview Park to see what's going on. So I'm looking at the map, and it seems like they might have a bridge or an overpass that passes by 278, which it seems like it's busy. I can see it right ahead of me, but it will take me to the other side of the neighborhood and by the park. I also like to call 278 Bruckner Boulevard. And it might go all the way probably towards the direction near Mott Haven, but I see a heavy traffic jam heading towards the west side. Well, yeah, let me see if I cross this bridge over here. There's a way I can get on top, and then I'll show you the traffic jam that's happening ahead of me. This is it right here. And like I mentioned before, one thing is I'm scared of heights, so it doesn't look that tall, but it's not the same when you're standing on top of the bridge. So we'll see what's going on. So this is the little bridge over here. You can see there's a lot of apartments over here and a nasty traffic jam heading towards that direction, more towards the south. We got more over here, but I love crossing overpasses and taking a different view of the city. Gotta tell you, the bridge is not too bad. It's not too high. I'm not even that scared. I can see the signs that say it's to New Haven, Connecticut. I guess if you go this way, it takes you all the way north. And ahead of me, I see a strip mall with a food bazaar. And of course, the residential units behind. See it right here, the shopping center. It got a couple of chain restaurants like Little Caesars, Dunkin' Donuts, Popeyes over there, and then apartment complex. It's kind of giving me that vibe of Co-op City all the way up north in the Bronx. There are more apartment units right here. So this area over here is a different type of vibe from the other side. You know, the apartment complex, but then as I was walking through the strip mall, I think something really bad happened because I saw an ambulance, I saw a lot of police cars and stuff, and I literally heard a woman speaking in Spanish. What's that? I literally heard a woman speaking, I guess, to her family member or something about something happened to somebody. She's like trying not to get in trouble with nobody. So, but like I say, things happen everywhere, no matter what. There's always good and bad. There's good people, there's bad people, but there's more good people than the bad apples. I like this area over here, wow. Kind of gives me a little vibe of some areas near, between Upper West Side area with the tall buildings like this and the vegetation. I know the park should be around here. I think I gotta go straight. Yeah, so it's pretty nice. And the funny thing is this is only like half of the side Soundview, and then we got the Bronx River Parkway, and then on the other side, it keeps going the neighborhood. Like you just enter another wall. I want to cross the street here because I want to show you guys. I mentioned it before in my previous Bronx videos, but over here in the Bronx, you could rent scooters. This is a Lime scooter. They also got the Bird scooter, which they got them in a lot of cities in the United States. So you could just use your app, and then it tracks a map where you can find one or where you can park it, and then you get from one side to another one, you know, so easy form of transportation. I think they should expand it partly to other boroughs in New York City. So I gotta tell you, I like this side a lot. The negative thing about this side is far from the train station, so unless you have a scooter, a bike or something, then maybe you can make it to the other side, but then ahead of me is Soundview Park, so I'm gonna figure where's the entrance. And I'm gonna show only a little bit, not the whole thing, just to visualize what the park looks like, but it borders around with the Bronx River. So I want to see what the river looks like and maybe get some good shots. So here it is, Soundview Park. So now we're just gonna go in, and this is a really massive park. Goes all the way towards the end. Then they even got an amphitheater, I think, on the other side. Not gonna walk towards that way, but I just want to give you a little visualization of what the park looks like. And they got something here. There's not really much people. It's kind of giving me a little vibe of that park that I explore by Hunts Point at the end. That we go down there, you can even see the view of Manhattan from a distance, which is really cool. But it's so nice, you know, they even have an area where you can bike, and then the area that divides the pedestrian side. Show you right here, I don't know how clear you can see it. So you can bring your bike here and do exercise. Then they got like a baseball field right here to my left. You can see it's open, and there are people playing baseball all the way towards the end. Then a lot of vegetation here, a lot of trees going on, even the sun you can see. It's pretty nice, but I want to walk towards to see if there's any view of the river. So unfortunately we got trees here. The river is over here, but it's literally blocking the view of the river. So I guess unless I go all the way at the end, we could see it, but I wish I had my bike on me so I could bike all the way towards the end. But I mean, it's all good. You can visualize the park is beautiful, it has more going on at the end. Also, another cool thing about this neighborhood is they also have a ferry line, but that's all the way in the other side. That's a Soundview station, you know, which I love commuting by, the NYC ferry, which is $4. And then with that ferry, you could go all the way to Manhattan. So one day I'm probably gonna take the ferry all the way here to see how it is. So I'm gonna head back by Bruckner Boulevard and cross to the other side and probably head towards the other side of Bronx River Parkway to see what's happening over there, and then possibly just wrap up the video. So far, Soundview is a cool neighborhood, pretty big and, you know, super residential, but it's pretty interesting to explore this area. Made it here to the other side, and I gotta tell you, all this walking, it makes you a little bit hot. Like, it feels like summer, which we are still in the summer in September. Then I'm gonna walk towards the other side, probably past another local park to see what's going on. Gotta tell you, I love how blue the sky is. And like I say again, most of September is always like this. blue sky. We do get a couple of rain here and there, but it's like the perfect weather. So every time when people ask me when is the best time to come in New York, I feel September, due to how comfortable the weather is and due to them doing a lot of festivals. But yeah, it seems like it's pretty interesting if I keep walking a little bit more. Here we got some housing authority, and here goes the New York City bus, BX27 Bronx. So like I said, despite the train station being on the other side, you can do your connections taking the bus to get to your destination or wherever you need to go around the neighborhood. Like I said, I love the vegetation over here. Tons of trees. Then there should be another local park here. I think it's called Watson Park or Watson Playground. This is Watson Avenue right here. So I'm gonna make a left, go to the other avenue, a couple of blocks down, then walk back again to Westchester Avenue to wrap up the video. This is actually a nice looking street. All the trees, but then look at this. A little bit of street art. This is really cool. And then with the playground here, nobody playing, but they got a basketball, being a brand new apartment right in the back, so feels like you enter another side. And then you can see the typical traditional apartment complex you got in Soundview. Most of them, they're pretty much similar. Like the trees, nice and tall, giving it some greenery to the sit. Also, another thing I'm noticing in this side, maybe because we're close to Parkchester, I'm noticing people like, I guess Bangladeshi or Middle Eastern and also South Asian. Because you know, Parkchester is mostly, it's diverse, but it has a lot of people from South Asia and parts of the Middle East. So I'm starting to see more people around this area because I guess since we're bordering it, maybe it makes sense. So it proves that, you know, that Bronx is pretty diverse too. You see how nice the street is with the vegetation and the houses over here too. So like I said, in most of the neighborhood is consists of houses. And the subway line is over here. So I'm probably gonna merge into the Westchester Avenue, see what's going on in this side, and then finish up the video. Then back again in Westchester Avenue. And this side over here is much more chiller than the other side I was walking. I can see the subway station over here. So I think there's like 2 6 train lines that starts by the Soundview section of the Bronx. So that's pretty good, you know, convening. They also got some of the 6 train lines that go express. Some of them have last stop to Parkchester, then other one with the last stop in Pelham Bay. So you can hear the train going on over there. You can see pretty much what you get in a lot of neighborhoods, the business right in the first floor, and the subway line right here, passing above ground. Also, you get some impressive views when you ride the train. I tell you, this area is much more quiet than the other side. You can see what's going on over here. So I think I already filmed enough of this neighborhood, Soundview. Pretty cool neighborhood, you know, cool vibes and stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. Be safe out there. Everybody, God bless y'all. And peace.